We welcome you back to Sun Devil Extra. This is the weekly show from the Mountain America Credit Union Sun Devil Radio Network that spotlights Arizona State athletics. I'm Tim Healey, the radio play-by-play voice of the Sun Devils, and your host. Glad you're with us this week. Continuing now with our discussion of Sun Devil football with spring practice set to begin next week here at Arizona State University. We're joined now by a returning member of the Arizona State football team in 2024. This young man's a product of Scottsdale's Saguaro High School, where he was the top-rated offensive tackle in the state of Arizona coming out of high school. After spending 2 seasons at the University of Oregon, he transferred back home to ASU last year, where he played 6 games, starting 5 before a foot injury against the Colorado Buffaloes in early October sidelined him for the rest of the 2023 season. He's healing now, figures to be one of the Sun Devils' top offensive linemen in 2024, and he's with us today. Offensive lineman Bram Walden is our guest on this segment of Sun Devil Extra. Good to see you, Bram. Update us on your physical condition. You're not going to go through spring ball, right? How's the foot doing?
It's doing really good, man. I just started cleared just doing a little bit of running, and I started doing change of direction today, actually, and it's feeling really good, man. So I'm excited to hopefully towards the end of spring ball maybe get into some indies and stuff like that, get back with the team a little bit.
You know, I asked Bram before we started taping when the injury happened, and boy, you can recite the game. You can probably recite the quarter and the play where it happened.
Yeah, second quarter against Colorado. I got stepped on, and I felt a little pop, and then I'm laying down, and then I just remember actually Trent Bourguet looks back and says, "Hey, Bram, I need you to get up." I'm like, all right, I got to finish the game. So I got to finish, and then, yeah, man, so I just got it checked out the next day, but.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That was it. And that was just, in a way, almost symbolic of what went on with the whole O-line group in 2023.
Yeah.
Give us your perspective from the inside. What was it like for you and your O-line teammates dealing with an incredible barrage of injuries during the course of the season?
Yeah, man. I mean, I feel like it caught a lot of us by surprise, but at the same time, it was very rough. But it honestly helped us build a lot of character and stuff like that. When you're faced with a lot of adversity and a lot of guys have to move around, young guys have to step up and stuff. It builds a lot of character, you know, and I feel like it brought a lot of the guys closer. So, you know, there's ups and downs to everything when it comes to stuff like that. But, I mean, overall, I think we did pretty well given the circumstance we were in.
And especially the guys who managed to stay healthy and get through the season. And, boy, leadership from guys like Leif Fautanu and Joey Ramos was outstanding last year, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, taking all the young guys under the wings, not making excuses for anybody, always just doing the right things all the time, setting good examples for everybody. You know, I think they did a great job, you know, taking the team, what am I trying to say, leading the team the right way. So,
sure.
Yeah.
And Coach Kenny Dillingham and his staff recognized the fact that we don't want to see that happen again, so they went out and you've got a lot of new beef in your O-line room. Give us a sense of what the room is like now.
Yeah, we got a lot of kids all over. We got a few transfers, some young guys, a lot of guys that are you could tell really bought in. You know, they're all very good size, but even better people, you know, off the field, which is really important. So I'm very excited to see how, you know, everybody develops and how we come together as a team.
That's a new part of the new age, if you will, in college football. You bring in all these transfers plus freshman recruits, and you have to bond together as a team fairly quickly. Talk about the challenges in that. It seems like you guys last year and this year have managed that pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like you're almost like a freshman again, because when you transfer, you got to meet all new people, learn a whole new program, new coach and stuff like that. So especially here with a new coach, when Coach Dillingham got here last year, a lot of us all transfer here, you know, so we all have something in common, something we can talk about and, you know, work through that together. So I think our situation is pretty unique. I mean, like a lot of other teams around the country, but yeah, there's a little adversity at the face, you know, but I think we're going to be very good this year.
One common thread among the newcomers, you got a lot of beef in your room, don't you, down this year? Some pretty big dudes.
Yeah, we got some big dudes on the team, you know. They're talking about, you know, the field goal and all that stuff, whatever it was, but it's not going to be a problem this year.
Well, all of those offensive linemen will be molded into a unit by second-year Sun Devil offensive line coach Sanga Tuatele. Talk about what you've picked up from him over the last year.
Yeah, he's a great guy. I feel like he's a great coach on the field, but I think off the field, the things that he instills into his players and the traits that he wants you to carry around not only in just football but in life and how you interact, you know, in society and how you treat other people. I think he does a really good job emphasizing that and, you know, builds really good characters.
In addition, the Sun Devils will have a new offensive coordinator in 2024, a coordinator who, like Bram, formerly was at the University of Oregon. Marcus Arroyo a one-time offensive coordinator for the Ducks, now here at Arizona State. What kind of offense can we look forward to seeing from Coach Arroyo this year, do you think?
He emphasizes playing fast. I'm not waiting. A lot of teams like to be fourth quarter teams and stuff like that, but we're going to be first quarter teams, first half teams, strike first, really get on the ball, fast tempo offense, and, just be in good shape and just really play hard.
As we mentioned, Bram started his career at the University of Oregon, 2 years there. What were some of the factors that led you to hit the transfer portal? I'm guessing that the fact that Kenny Dillingham was your offensive coordinator in 2022 at Oregon may have had something to do with it.
Yeah, so me and Coach Dillingham actually go way back. He was my first ever offer in high school at the University of Memphis. And then he offered me, when he was at Florida State, and then when he went to Auburn, he offered me. And then my last year at Oregon, he was that offensive coordinator there. Mm-hmm. And then, yeah, man, I felt like when I was in Oregon, I needed a change of scenery. I just felt like, because when I got there during COVID and stuff like that, so my path was a little different than other people, and I just felt like for my career and my best interest, mm-hmm. I felt like I needed to change and come back home. And obviously, Coach Dillingham coming back here, and of course, Coach Mons being on the staff as well was definitely a large influence of why I decided to come back home.
Yeah, he was your coach at Saguaro, and that seems to be a common thread now, Bram. A lot of guys like yourself grew up in the Valley, were stars here, and for good reasons, want to go elsewhere, broaden your horizons, spread your wings, so to speak. But then there's always the potential now with the transfer portal of guys coming back home and finishing their careers.
Yeah, I think a lot of great talent actually left the state of Arizona, and I kind of wish, Coach Dillingham's doing a great job, obviously, looking at the people, in Arizona, because we have a lot of great athletes here, and I feel like a lot of guys who did leave realize how much they miss it, and with that transfer portal being a thing, it's a great opportunity for a lot of guys to get that chance to mm-hmm. come home and play where they love, where they're happy at. So I think it's a really good thing.
And play in front of family and friends, it is a good thing. Mm-hmm. And you will be a part, you and your teammates, of Arizona State's first ever Big 12 conference team. How are you and the guys anticipating the move to the Big 12?
I think we're all excited. Pac-12 football is awesome, but getting to change the scenery, going to the schools in Texas and Florida, and then getting to see different types of fan base and how they interact in their conference and stuff like that, and seeing different opponents, mm-hmm. and especially being the first class of actually being in the Big 12. So I think we're all really excited.
Of course, spring ball begins next week. Bram will be sitting it out to rehab his foot injury. But from a distance, what do you hope to see your teammates accomplish in spring ball this year?
Yeah, I just really hope that they have fun. I hope that they have fun and just have fun competing with each other, working hard and really finding out, where everybody is and where they stand on the team and what role everybody's going to be, playing in the fall and stuff like that, and just obviously staying healthy, mm-hmm. But yeah, really just having fun, We have a night spring game this year would be really cool.
Yeah.
So I think I'm really excited to see.
Yeah, that's coming up in late April. Mm-hmm. I think on a Friday evening, in fact, a night spring game at Arizona State. How meaningful would it be for you as a hometown guy to be a part of establishing a new culture and a winning tradition here at your hometown school?
I think that would be awesome, man, because, going to school right down the road and stuff like that, and even though I decided to go out of state coming out of high school, but I feel like it's every kid's dream to play in their hometown and with their friends and their family and stuff like that. And especially if you could be the first part of the, class that really, mm-hmm. Brings ASU football back on the map like they once were. I think it would be an awesome feeling, and I'm really excited.
Tell us a little bit about what you're majoring in, what you're studying in school, and what are your post-college plans other than playing on Sundays? Yeah,
so I'm majoring in sociology. I'm quite frankly, I'm not fully sure on what I want to do yet. Maybe get into coaching here and there. Mm-hmm. Definitely, I've always wanted to make an impact, not like on the youth and stuff like that, because kids coming from backgrounds that they struggle a bit and then you don't have a voice to, talk to. And I feel like I can relate to a lot of kids like that, so I think that's one of my callings in life, just helping out people. And I feel like coming from my background, I can do a very good job at doing that.
Well, that's a very noble thought indeed, for sure. And we wish you all the best this season, Bram. Hope the foot recovers. You're back 100%. And
yes,
looking forward to seeing you back on the field this fall.
Thank you so much for having me, man.
Thanks for joining us. That's Sun Devil offensive lineman Bram Walden, our guest on this segment of Sun Devil Extra. Coming up, we'll close out this week's show with a chat with an ASU transfer from one of the Sun Devils' upcoming Big 12 conference rivals. You'll meet edge rusher, Justin Watley after this timeout. This is Sun Devil Extra from the Mountain America Credit Union Sun Devil Radio Network.